Welcome back. Getting schooled this morning. Parents planning to sue the Florida Department of Education because of a third grade reading exam that could determine whether or not your child passes on to the fourth grade. Dozens of parents from around the state claim that their children are just average students, but because they didn't do well on the standardized test for reading, they were told they could not pass to the next grade level. And joining us this morning to talk more about it is parent and activist in this arena, Geraldine Callaghan. She's a mother who is part of a class action lawsuit that's soon going to be filed against the Department of Education. Great to see you, Geraldine. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Tell us first, why did you want to file this lawsuit? What is behind this for you?
Well, my son is being retained. Originally, the school had decided that he would be promoted, but then after discussion with the school district, the system pretty much took away my son's access to the fourth grade promotion, so he is now being retained in third grade.
Okay, and what you told me in the commercial break is that when the FSA testing came about, he did what was called minimal participation. What does that mean?
That means he minimally participates by putting his name down, breaking the seal, and then not answering any of the questions. So that's the minimal participation in the FSA testing.
If you were to judge your son just based on his schoolwork and how he's done in the classroom, would he have moved on to the fourth grade?
Well, based on his report cards, his classwork, where the teacher has taught the standards to him, he is an average student. He gets mostly B's and then some C's and one D, but that's an average student, but he's being retained because he didn't pass the test or whatever metric they're using to determine his retention or promotion.
A few days ago, we did a story talking about how more children in the third grade last year moved on to the fourth grade than in years past, that the numbers are actually getting smaller. But you told me earlier there's a bit of an asterisk there, right?
Yes, there is an asterisk there because last year the FSA results did not come in until the later part of the school year. And so the schools had more leeway into how they could promote or retain the children. They used classroom work, the report cards, to determine whether these kids would be promoted or retained. So they did not use the FSA results. They used other means. So
what do you want people at home to know? What is the goal of the lawsuit?
Well, what we would like to see is that this law, this mandatory retention law, be scrutinized and to balance this law because it's disparately treating children, third graders, into being moved to fourth grade, even though their work for the 180 days in the classroom shows that they're passing, they're not failing, so why are we retaining them? Research shows that overwhelmingly, retention harms children. So why are we practicing this in the state of Florida? This needs to be challenged.
Geraldine, how can our viewers find out more about the lawsuit or learn more about your efforts?
Well, we do have a Facebook page with Opt Out Florida Network, and they also have the Word Blog Press. There is a GoFundMe campaign to raise the Parents Legal Fund to challenge this law, and that's where they could go to.
All right, Geraldine Callaghan, thank you so much. So nice to meet you. Thanks for coming to talk to us about this today.
Thank you.